What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the smoking section. I'm Sean, and today I have a very, very special cigar that I've been hearing a lot of big news about. I cannot wait to light this puppy up. If you're wondering, yes, we are back. I am finally within my house. We got everything moved over. Everything's looking great. Everything sounds great. There's been some big changes that have been happening, which if you haven't heard about the changes, then I don't know what you're doing. You must be living under a rock or something to that effect. But nevertheless, we got a lot of changes that wound up coming up. We have some big news that we're going to be announcing throughout the show, a little bit while we talk about this cigar, but mainly we're going to be talking about this cigar. So with that being said, everybody, I can't wait to dive into this. So let's go ahead and choose the cut. Let's light it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So as you can tell right down here in this bottom corner, right in here, right where my mic's at, tonight we are going to be lighting up the Olmec Corona Gorda. I've heard a lot of good things about this cigar. I heard that the flavor profile is absolutely beautiful. Smells really, really good as well. It doesn't seem like it's going to have that much of a burn to it. It has a very, very nice aroma to it. Tonight I'm going to be using a V-cut if this thing wants to spring out when I tell it to, and I'm going to be using a dual burner by Zycar, or Vertigo, I'm sorry. So this is by Zycar, the lighter's by Vertigo. I'm going to be using a dual torch. This is also called the Dagger, just in case anybody ever wanted to buy one just like this. And yes, the cutter matches because I have to be all matchy-matchy. So let's go ahead and get this thing cut, get it lit, and let's see what it starts out with. And what I always do is I always try to wet the top a little bit, just so that way when I wind up coming down on the cut, I don't get any like cracks. It doesn't take off the cap or the head of the cigar. It just gives me a nice, and look at that V-cut. Just a nice, beautiful, beautiful V-cut. Nice and deep. Got a little bit of an earthy taste to it. Just a little tiny bit of earthiness. Really can't get too much more out of that for the initial just trying it out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and light this bad boy. And the reason why it seems like I'm trying to break some of this down in the beginning is because I feel like I kind of strayed away from a lot of the basics. Usually I already had it lit. I'd come back into the video. You'd see me just having it lit. You wouldn't really get to see what I chose, how I cut, what I do in this process. So be prepared for a few more of these videos to come out where I'm kind of doing the same exact thing. So bear with me, everybody, but we're going to go ahead and give this thing a first light. And what I like to try and do is I like to try and light this evenly all the way around. I'm going to try and turn that so you guys can see it. So what I do is I try to light it evenly all the way around just to kind of get it started, get it nice and even. A little tobacco. And then I wind up blowing through it so that way I can try and get any of that just sit on the end smoke that might inhibit the first light. So I'm going to go ahead and light this up now. And as you saw, I moved my flame from left to right, or in your case, right to left, whichever one came first. Just so that way I can make sure that that flame winds up brushing up against it, but I don't shove it right up to the tip because then that's when you wind up getting those little holes. It might burn too much in the center, and then it winds up just burning really, really weird. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, the first puff didn't have too much spice or pepper to it, but beautiful, beautiful start right now. Very, very small hint of a pepper right now. Not a lot of pepper, which I'm not always used to. I'm hoping that it kind of spices up a little bit because everybody knows that I love my full-bodied cigars. This one doesn't claim to be a full-bodied cigar. I love full-bodied cigars, so I always hope that everything goes in that direction. But 9 times out of 10, unless I know that it's going to be a full-bodied cigar, it usually surprises me towards the end. But so far, beautiful first light. Beautiful flavor to it, not too overpowering. I am noticing, though, right off the bat, that it does have a little bit of a harder draw to it, but overall, not too bad first light. Nice flavor profile though, honestly, very beautiful flavor profile. So just in case you guys want to get a look, that's the Olmec right there. Very, very beautiful, beautiful cigar. And this is the Corona Gorda. Beautiful, beautiful cigar. Really enjoy just the orange and black, as you guys could tell from below. I really love my orange and black. But awesome, awesome cigar so far. So what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm going to go ahead and smoke this down to my first third, and we'll come back with a little bit of an update on where we're at and how she's doing. So I will see you guys in just a second. So I'm down to about my first third, and yeah, I lost a little bit of my ash. The ash was a little bit loose on the end, and rather than ash myself on camera, I figured I would just knock it off. So far, the first third has been a life changer. So in the beginning, you didn't really taste too much of the pepper. It was just very subtly there. I was doing a little bit of research to give you guys a little bit of information about the cigar, and I realized that I had misspoke in the first part, saying that it was not a full-bodied cigar. This is classified as a full-bodied cigar, so I wanted to correct myself on that before I wound up going any further. A lot of times what I do in these cigar review videos is I go into this completely blind. I don't want anybody to influence what I hear, what I see, what I taste, anything. So the only thing that I look for is a little bit of the origins and, you know, the different types of filler and all that stuff that goes into it. So going through, I saw that the strength was full body, and I wanted to correct that before somebody in the comments winds up giving me a hard time about it. But nevertheless, the pepper has really shown up in the first third. So a nice earthy type of peppery kind of feel, nice flavor to it, and there's even like a subtle sweetness that you get in the very beginning before you wind up really kind of hitting that pepper and earth. Very, very beautifully done though, and it has opened up a lot more as well. It doesn't feel as though I'm like really trying to drag on this to try and get any smoke. It has a beautiful smoke, and it has a really beautiful aroma with it as well. If you're wondering anything about this cigar, I looked up some information for you. So as I said, this is the Corona Gorda. The origin is Nicaraguan. The cigar ring gauge is 48. The rolling type is handmade. Manufacturer is AJ Fernandez. The cigar wrapper is Mexican. The cigar binder is Nicaraguan. And the cigar filler is Estili Yapala. Really bad with my Spanish, but yes, Estili Yapala. So really, really great cigar. If you're looking to purchase just one of these, the cigar goes for about $12.50, depending on your retailer, somewhere in there, and of course taxes and all that good stuff. But really, really great cigar. I can honestly see where the hype is about right now. But it's been great on the first third. I'm going to keep smoking this down and get us to our second third, and let's see if anything changes. But so far, so great, to be honest with you. Beautiful, beautiful cigar so far. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. We're just getting down to about our final third, getting pretty close, and I just wanted to show you guys how evenly. Oh, excuse me. Never do that on camera. So how evenly this is burning. Just beautifully, beautifully constructed. Nice even burn all the way around. I got that sun right coming through my window, even though I shut my blinds. But no, it's, you know, the flavor is really kind of switching up a little bit on me. So I don't taste as much of the pepper. It's still there, but it's not as in your face as it was in the first third. The earthy kind of taste wound up kind of taking over a little bit. It's still pretty balanced out. Before it was more pepper versus the earth. Now it's more pepper and earth together. The earthiness has a really, really nice subtleness to it, though. It's not like you like have, you know, a weird kind of earthy taste to it. Very, very subtle, very, very unique in its own way with that pepper and the earthiness. And now you can even kind of taste a little tiny bit more of that sweetness that kind of mixes with the earthiness really, really well. Um, but beautifully constructed. And I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but if you guys can see that, just look at how the ash just layers on. Um, haven't had much problems with it at all. I mean, it's very, very evenly burning, which I absolutely love when a cigar is constructed that well to just evenly burn. Um, Beautifully done, though. Absolutely beautifully done. I can see why it's definitely the next hot ticket item that's out there right now that everybody is, really kind of going towards. Beautifully done, well crafted, all around just a great flavor so far. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to smoke this down to my final third and see if the pepper comes back with a vengeance. Let's see if anything different happens, but beautifully done cigar so far. So there it is, our second third. So with that being said, I will see you guys in just a second. So we're getting pretty close to the last part of my cigar. I don't never really smoke them down like roach status, which reminds me, if you want to smoke like me, get yourself a cigar dagger. And where can you find a good cigar dagger? Go to Finley's Boutique. They got all the NFL teams. They got little Halloween ones. I love my Halloween ones. They got spiders and scorpions and all sorts of stuff. Check out Finley's Boutique. There will be a link in the description. But yeah, so I'm getting down to the final part of where I go to. I got probably about another 15 minutes left on this while I'm just kind of chilling out, relaxing. The pepper did come back, which for the most part, whenever I wind up smoking a cigar where the pepper kind of goes away in the second, third, 9 times out of 10, that pepper flavor winds up coming back towards the end. The sweetness is kind of dissipated. I'm really not getting too much sweetness, and even the earthiness, I'm not getting too much of that as well, which is fine because I love pepper. I love full-bodied cigars, and this is definitely one that I want to keep in my humidor at all times. Beautifully, beautifully done. I really can't say too many bad things about it. It burned absolutely beautifully, but we'll get into that after we finish the cigar and we do our final thoughts. But the final third, it did wind up bringing the pepper back with a vengeance. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish this bad boy up, and we're going to discuss it and talk about it. So I will see you guys in, well, a couple seconds for you, but probably about 15 minutes for me. So I'll see you guys soon. So it's smoldering in my ashtray here. Just got finished up with that. I got to tell you guys, that was a beautiful, beautiful cigar. I love full-bodied cigars. I don't know why. I love full-bodied cigars. I love some of the flavor hints that you wind up getting, and I think that's what makes full-bodied cigars so beautiful for me, is that you wind up having to concentrate a little bit more on the secret undertones that cigar is holding. Yes, you're going to get pepper. Yes, you're going to get maybe an earthy taste, maybe a little bit of leather in there as well, but there's always some sort of a minor undernote that is like the underdog of the cigar that is just waiting for you to try and find it. And this cigar, just that little hint of sweetness, it was a very, very beautiful way to just kind of, I guess, accent the cigar. Absolutely beautiful cigar. The Olmec is something that I can definitely respect, and definitely I want to keep it in my humidor at all times. Like I said, if you're looking to try and grab one of these cigars, go to not your liquor store. Well, your liquor store might have it, but your local brick and mortar, and they're range from about $12.50 plus tax, blah 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 blah. So, really affordable cigar, beautifully done. I can't say anything really all that bad about it. It burned absolutely beautifully. It didn't canoe. It didn't split. The only thing that I guess I can say is the ash was very, very light in the sense of it didn't hold too well together. It felt like I was always going to ash myself every time I got about 3/4 of an inch of ash on there. But honestly, I think it's a beautiful cigar. I can't say anything bad about it other than the ash was a little bit flaky. That was about it. Other than that, like I said in the beginning of the show or the beginning of the video, if you made it this far, thank you so much. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. And then also, the big news that I'm dropping in this video as well, which I haven't dropped in any other videos until now because of the move, the wedding, blah, 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 blah. We are now part of the virtual smoke deck. Yes, everybody, we do a live video every Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the virtual smoke deck. There will be a link for that in the description as well. Please come out and check it out sometime. Jack, the cigar enthusiast, and Johnny, the cigar banker, are both amazing guys with a lot of knowledge. Absolutely great team to be on. They came to me and asked me to be on that team, and we just flow so well. It's a funny show. It's a very, I don't want to say controversial show, but we say things that a lot of people don't say things about different cigars. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, and there's a lot of things that we bring up that we disagree about. We even disagree with each other sometimes. So it's definitely a great time on the show. So please check that out. You can go to the smoking section, my page on Facebook, and check it out. I always share the video to that page. You can go to Dapper D's cigar page on Facebook as well. He always drops the link and video on that page as well. Or just go to YouTube and look up the virtual smoke deck, and you will always see the upcoming video coming out every Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can jump in, that'd be great. Be a part of the crowd. Be a part of all the people that wind up watching and putting their 2 cents in about it, because we love the way the audience interacts with us and even keeps score on some of the WTF moments that we have. So it's definitely a great time. I am going to be dropping more of these videos now that my studio's set up. I can't wait to keep dropping more videos. I got away from it for a little bit, and it killed me. But by the end of the day, I was just tired. I guess you could say I lost a little bit of my vision. But we are back with a vengeance, I promise you. I'm going to be dropping more videos this week, so please check them out. And as always, please make sure to hit a like, leave a comment. If you thought the Olmec was a great cigar, or if you didn't like it too much, let me know in the comments, and we can go over it. And with that being said, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to start cooking dinner, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. So as always, from the smoking section, my name's Sean. Stay blessed, stay smoking, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day, and always be blessed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.